Hi Libra. So last week your video was my most popular, my most viewed. So as a thank you, I thought I would make you another video now using a 4-layered spread, and also I'm going to do a chakra healing. So stay tuned for that. But we have 2 tarot decks and 2 oracle decks that we're going to use to try to capture the energy that's around you. So we have Ace of Swords, 8 of Wands, 7 of Swords, the Wheel, 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, the Hermit, Knight of Wands. Underneath this deck is the 8 of Cups. So let's get 6 of these chakra cards to try to do our second layer. So we have flexibility, abundance, Mother Earth, angels and masters, universal light, holistic health. Under this deck, we have personal power. It's a lot of lower chakras. Then we'll take 6 of these. So the 9 of Pentacles wanted out, so we're going to take that. So this will add our third layer. So there's the Hanged Man, Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. I love when that happens. 2 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Under this deck is the Emperor. And then we're going to take 2 of these. We're going to shuffle those back in. We're going to take 2 of these. And then Libra, we're going to really get into this. Okay, these 2 came out, so we're taking them. So there's criticism, egotism, and under this deck is detachment. So it does feel to me, Libra, that you are really standing strong in your personal power right now. You understand what you are capable of. You understand your own emotional center, your own emotional balance. And I do think that you are looking for something else, because wherever you are or whatever you are with, or the energy that you're in, you feel, I think, like you've been too flexible for too long, and you're stepping squarely into your own self-discipline, and you are detaching, because we see the 8 of Cups and detachment with Venus and Aquarius. And so it does feel like you're disconnecting from something. And definitely with the Emperor and personal power, it couldn't be clearer that you are feeling strong and you're feeling motivated to move on from something. Even if you don't necessarily know where you're going, it does feel like you just know you can't stay here. So in your current energy, you have the Ace of Swords and flexibility. So I think that you are open right now to new ideas, new things, trying to not overlook details, trying to stay flexible, paying attention to what's going on with the Ace of Swords, that what you're being called to. And I do think with this combination of the Ace of Swords and the 8 of Cups, that you feel like you're being called to something. The flexibility card tells me that you might not even really know what that is yet. But again, you're just being called away from something and not sure what the next step will be. But I often say with our spiritual growth, with our spiritual ascension, so picture the Fool card or the Hermit card. The Fool doesn't know where they're going. They just take that leap off the edge of the cliff because they feel drawn to, and because they know that their belief and their faith, they're going to be caught. Same with the Hermit. The Hermit can't see in front of them because the Hermit's in the dark. The Hermit has this one little lantern to light the way, and the Hermit can only see one step in front of themselves at a time. And I think that what it looks like it's happening here, especially because I see angels and masters, I see you moving towards your ascension one step at a time. And I just saw 444 as I said that. You're moving one step at a time without even knowing where you're going. But that's the point. But this is your near future energy, the Nine of Cups and Angels and Masters. This is you getting what you want. This is you ascending. This is getting all of the ideas and information that you need one step at a time. And look at all these chakras. And we were just talking about doing a chakra healing and perhaps talking about your lower chakras. So I do kind of feel like this is you getting what you want in the near future because you have done the hard work, because you have done the ascending. So in your challenge, we have the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you're still feeling like you're having trouble getting into total alignment like these chakras are. The Eight of Wands is my card of chakra alignment, or in general, just aligning the energy. But this feels to me like your own personal alignment with the Nine of Pentacles. You still feel like you're not quite there. You're not achieving that balance or that harmony or that peace that you might be looking for. And I feel like it's going to have to do with some of your lower chakras. I feel like if we work on your root chakra, Libra, that you may be able to feel like you're more in alignment. So you see yourself as the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. I think there's a lot on your plate, but you also know it's time to move on. This Two of Wands is giving the same energy that the Eight of Cups was giving, that you feel like you need a change of plans, that whatever you were with or doing or involved in before, you know it's not for you anymore because you've ascended past it. You have new ideas with this Ace of Swords, whatever that is for you. And you're being inspired to try something new, to maybe even create things. The Wands are very creative energy. Could be a new job, could be a new partner. Make this make sense for you. But the Two of Wands is always about a change of plans. And it could be because you had too much on your plate with whatever this other situation, or you've just outgrown this other situation. So then we have Seven of Swords, abundance, the Hanged Man, and criticism with Mars in Virgo. So I feel like your soul is urging you to take a pause in the action before you do anything. So in other words, don't avoid a situation with the Eight of Cups or detachment just because you feel like it's uncomfortable. So there is a message there from your soul. Your higher self is asking you to stay put. So right now you're saying, no, I'm going to go chase after this. I don't know where I'm going. And in the end, that's always a good thing. But first, finish the lesson that you're meant to learn before you move on. And I think that's what's coming through here, is for you to just pause, stay in this energy that you're in, whatever this Two of Pentacles energy where you feel it's too much or you feel like you're not in alignment. It's kind of urging you to stay there and look at that differently and not avoid that. So I was called to say with this Ace of Swords that you want to make sure that you're not missing any details. And I feel like that's why this Seven of Swords came through, because you may be misplacing your discomfort. So in other words, if this particular situation that you're in, that you're wanting to detach from, if that's the thing that's making you uncomfortable, there is something there for you to address, something there for you to learn first. There's a big lesson in there. There's abundance in there even. So it does feel like, yeah, your soul is asking you to stay put and learn the lesson, and then you're free to move on. So in your environment, we have the Queen of Cups, universal light, Five of Pentacles, and egotism. So yeah, there's something very uncomfortable in your energy right now. We're seeing the Five of Pentacles and egotism. This could have to do with another person who's showing up as the Queen of Cups, but the Queen of Cups could also just be your guides, because we have the universal light here too. So make this part make sense for you, but I do feel like there are lessons for you to learn. The fives in tarot are all about what we can learn in a situation, being squeezed to the point where we feel so uncomfortable. It's like the squeezing of our ego. It's an ego death with the Five of Pentacles, where you're left out of something. Boundaries are set, but you feel like you don't want to deal with it. with this Eight of Cups and detachment, but this is really urging you to use your intuition, use your universal light to understand the lesson. So this is saying pause in that Five of Pentacles energy, pause in the discomfort, because that's where you will have that ego death. That's where you will learn the lesson you're meant to learn, and then you can move on from it and step into your power. So in your recent past, we have the Wheel of Fortune twice. So the wheel is always about releasing things, releasing expectations, going with the flow. So I feel like you've already done that, which is why I'm getting this sense that you are ascending. You have the wheel clarifying itself in your past. So something in your energy has already shifted. You have already learned a lot of lessons. You've already gone through a lot of soul searching, but there is still this one lesson. Whatever the thing is that's making you most uncomfortable right now, Libra, is the thing you're meant to pause in and face it and do it. So there's the Hermit we were talking about, the Hermit and the Three of Pentacles. This is showing up in your shadow side. So this could be about the parts of you that you don't want to see, perhaps, things that you may have suppressed a long time ago. The Hermit can be about really digging deep into the shadow parts of yourself, that the deepest parts of yourself, that perhaps you were put off limits, or someone in your childhood told you, don't do that, don't rock the boat, be a good kid, or whatever it is for you. That's the part of you that now the shadow work that's coming through is this idea that you are digging deep into this. And I feel like this Three of Pentacles is about cooperating with other people. So perhaps in the past, you took on all the work. We see this Two of Pentacles energy here. And that's how you see yourself. Your shadow self is saying, but what about a Three of Pentacles? What about asking for help? So I feel for someone out there, your shadow side or your child, your inner child, at some point was told not to ask for help and just to do it all yourself. But this is very strongly saying, but that's a shadow aspect, that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay. So if you feel in your current situation where this squeeze is happening, that you feel like you can't ask for help, that's your shadow side. This is very clearly saying, ask for help. That's the lesson. Regardless if you get the help or not, that's the lesson. You can still move on from this situation, but the lesson is to pause and ask for help. So we have the Ten of Cups and Mother Earth. This is really what you want. This is what you think about. You think about your own personal fulfillment. And I think that this is really about you making some kind of a connection with other people, because the Ten of Cups is about our soul connections, our everlasting love. It could be about our families. We have Mother Earth here, so this could be that you are a mother, you want to be a mother. This could be about your own childhood family. This could be about your mother. This could be your mother being the one who told you, don't ask for help, do it yourself. So, but you think about what would make you happy. And I believe this is in a community, and asking people for help. It's okay. When you have a community of people around you who love you unconditionally, it's okay to ask for help. So then we have the Knight of Wands and holistic health. So I love this as your potential outcome, because this is you on the go and you really looking at your chakra health and your energetic health and understanding the importance of what our energetic health really means, which is making me even more excited that we're going to do a chakra healing too. But I feel like you understand that enough time has gone by. You know it's time to act now. Cycles are over. We have the Wheel of Fortune. You are detaching things. You are releasing things. But I feel like there is this one last lesson to ask for help. And that's when you're going to be on your way to this perfect alignment, which we see here, which is in your near future, and getting exactly what you want. There's that emotional fulfillment. So the message really strongly here, Libra, is ask for help. You don't have to do everything on your own. You don't have to shoulder everything. So I would like to look at your root chakra, because I am getting that the strongest, that perhaps that's the thing that maybe needs to be rooted down. We do have Mother Earth, which is that Earth Star chakra, all these lower chakras. So I would like to look at your root chakra. So if you are interested in a free Reiki healing for your root chakra, that will be in the description and the pinned comment. But also in the Raise Your Vibe in 5 book, there's a whole section for the root chakra. And if we just pick one of these pages, this is specifically for the root chakra. This says, set your alarm 5 minutes early and meditate before getting out of bed. Meditation is great for all of our chakras, but especially when we first wake up in the morning, because we're still in our upper chakras when we wake up. In our dreams, we're in our third eye, we're in our crown, we're in our throat chakra, we're in our star chakra. So I feel like meditating in those first few moments before your feet even hit the ground is really good for your root chakra. So you can do that. Lay there and meditate for 5 minutes before you even get up. But again, if you're interested in that free root chakra healing, it's in the description and the pinned comments. So thank you again, Libra. Please let me know how this was resonant for you. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.